I genuinely never thought I'd see the day I'd have this in hand. It's been a long time since she was announced. Was it worth the wait? Let's find out.
Welcome aboard. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight.
Hey guys, me host Superstar, thank you very much for tuning in. Look what I got! It's Koska Reeves, finally in hand. She's from the Star Wars Black Series collection, a part of the Mandalorian line. Koska Reeves was played by Sasha Banks, the WWE wrestler, in The Mandalorian Season 2. This figure, for some reason, was the one that just never came out in England, and it took a long time for her to reach our shores. Don't know why. It's so weird. But we finally got her in hand. Got the orange sort of flare there on the side, which runs into the line that runs all the way around the box. Obviously, this is from the Star Wars Mandalorian collection. She is number 12 in the collection. There is a little artist rendering along with a write-up, which states, a master of hand-to-hand combat, Koska Reeves is loyal to Bo-Katan and is a member of a band of Clan Kryze Mandalorians striking back at the Imperial remnants. Let's break her out of the packaging, though, guys. I've been dying to see what the face sculpt looks like, because WWE at Mattel can never get her likeness right. Can Hasbro get the likeness right? Let's see. Yeah, I've never found a WWE figure that I've ever thought actually even looked like her. But let's see if Hasbro can do it. So she does come with the usual Mandalorian setup, which is the jetpack and the two pistols. And of course, the figure itself. Now we've got her out of the packaging, we have no use for it. I'm not an inbox collector. Remember, I unbox things so you don't have to. And what do we do with boxes that we don't need? We aim them at the door and go, yeet! See ya! So here she is, guys, out of the packaging. Looking pretty awesome. Why is it so dark? Let's back up a bit. There we go. Yeah, looking very nice, actually. Really like that. The helmet just slides off, hopefully. Yes, it does. Okay, likeness. It's not a bad face sculpt. It's not the best I've seen over the last year. Bear in mind, this figure is nearly a year old at this point. She's not the best face sculpt I've seen in my life, but it's not the worst. So I'm not sure if you guys are going to be able to see that properly on my camera here, if it'll focus. If not, I'll show you on desk cam in a moment. But it's not a bad likeness to her. Articulation. So the head is on a ball joint, so you make it look up and down, left and right, and all that good stuff. She's also got a neck hinge, which is nice. The arms lift up with the side hinge. Oh, but it goes underneath here. So there's going to be scuffature. So be careful with that. You're going to want to pull the arm down before you move it backwards and forwards and then put it up into position. But yes, the arm does go up. There's also rotation at the bicep. Sorry, it's rotation at the elbow. Single hinged elbow. Hands are on a ball joint. We can crunch around at the abdomen waist a little bit. Nothing too crazy. A little bit of swivel. Legs lift out. She does have top thigh cut, which is nice. Single hinged knees, but they bend pretty well as swivel there. No boot cut, but the feet are on rocker and pivot, and she does have display pegals, should you wish to use a display base. Not that you're going to need to be honest. Never really had issue with Black Series or Marvel Legends in general about standing. So she does come with two working holsters, so we can slot her guns in there. So I'll slide the one in. That goes in all the way nicely, and a little bit of the gun pokes out at the bottom. Second one, let's put that in the hand and see what it looks like. Okay, nice solid compound there. Hands aren't too soft and the guns aren't soft plastic, so it slides in quite easily. And yeah, we've got the pistol there, which looks pretty good. So yeah, pretty nice. Put that in the wrong hand though, because what I do like to do is... Oh, she's only got the one holster. She only comes with the one holster. Okay. Why? So she's going to be always carrying one gun. Interesting. We do have the backpack here, which has a little hole on the back of her back, so we can just slot that in there. And that just slides into place nicely. And again, she has got a little ponytail that sticks out the back of her helmet, but the helmet just goes nicely over the top. It's not like the other ones. Some of them were too tight on these figures, I thought. This one's pretty easy to take on and off. I'm always worried that face sculpt. I'm always worried about scuffing it up with taking the helmets on and off. But this one looks pretty decent, to be honest. Her ponytail will slot just behind the back of the jetpack. And there she is, all ready to fight. And obviously we've got the little scope that just comes down as well from the helmets. The visor. Viewfinder, if you will. Nice. Overall, though, a very nice figure. Great sculpt. The paintwork on it is really nice. I like all the battle damage and things on her. That's very cool indeed. It's really not a bad figure, actually. But I want to give you guys an up-close look. So let's head on down to the desk cam where you guys can get an up-close personal look at this figure. So let's head on down to the desk cam. So guys, here she is out of the packaging, looking absolutely awesome. It is a great figure, I'm not going to lie. She does look really cool. Like I say, I'm loving all the little battle damage components, very nice. Shame about only having the one holster though. I wish she did have the secondary holster for the second gun, but it's not the worst thing in the world. If we look at the actual gun itself, if I can get the camera to focus there, please focus on the gun. You're not going to do it, are you? It's pretty... no, it's not going to do it. It's pretty decent. It's not a bad representation of the plaster. It could have had a bit more of a steel wash to it. But, you know, for what it is... oh, there we go. For what it is, it's nice. I like all the little detailings on the armour. All the little weapons and stuff. All the little buckles and belts have all been painted. Even the big silver chrome plate in the chest looks nice. They've got the sigil right on the arm as well, which is pretty good. Camera doesn't like focusing today. Yeah, it got the sigil right and things. And again, more battle damage on the arm piece there. So yeah, overall her armor does look correct for the character. And yeah, like I said, I love all the little scuffs and... God, camera doesn't like this, does it? Really like all the scuffs and things. It looks really cool. Let's take the helmet off. Then once again, we've got that lovely face sculpt underneath. Like I say, not the best in the world, but definitely far from being the worst in the collection. And she looks pretty good, to be honest. I can't wait to have her stood next to Bo-Katan. With that in mind, here they are, side by side. Both excellent figures. Some of the best of the year. Like I say, I don't think the Koska figure would have made my top 10, but she's definitely up there. The face sculpt is pretty decent. I don't think it's on par with some of the other ones we got, but like I say, it's far from being the worst. And I love seeing the helmets side by side as well. Mandalorian in arms. There they are. Pretty awesome. What are your thoughts on this new figure, guys? Let us know in the comments below. So guys, what are your thoughts on this figure? Do you think she was worth the wait? I personally think she was. Definitely a nice figure. Like I say, it's not the best figure of the year for me still. It still wouldn't have made my, the figure of the year. She might have made it to the top 10 at least. But for the amount of time we've waited, I'm okay with it. It's a nice figure. I'm glad to have her in the collection finally. But I don't think she was anything groundbreaking, if that makes sense. But it's nice to have Sasha Banks represented from The Mandalorian as her character. And yeah, very cool action figure. But guys, what are your thoughts? I'd love to know your thoughts and theories on this one in the comments down below. Don't forget, I'm also uploading every single day onto Instagram and TikTok. Those videos are not recycled videos from this channel. They are, in fact, their own videos. I've been making additional content that goes on those platforms, so please do check it out and follow and like along if you enjoy that content. But guys, thank you very much for watching. As always, I'm your host, Superstar, and I'll see you in the next video. But until then, may the Force be with you. Bye!
Sorry, Bob, I'm still getting used to my programming.
We do hope you enjoyed your tour of Endor and will come back soon.